Hello and welcome to Rise Eyes YouTube channel. Myself, Dr. Bradati Ojha. Today, I will explain one editorial article from the Hindu newspaper. So, today's article it is about the Oman SEPA, a new gateway for India's export. What is SEPA? SEPA it is Comprehensive Economic Partnership Agreement. It is between the India and Oman. And today, we'll discuss about India Oman this SEPA that has recently taken place on 1st of June 2026. So, before proceeding into the detailing of the articles, I would like to say that we have highlighted certain areas, and these areas please try to stress on those areas. These are important for the mains upcoming examinations, because these areas, since it is a new agreement that has taken place, and therefore we expect new development has happened. Therefore we expect that in mains 2026 you may get a question in the examinations, and for that reason we have also provided one particular probable question also. Please attempt that questions after going through the articles and mention in our comment sections. If we see one let's see one UPSC mains PYQ previous year in 2025, you will get a question from India Africa digital partnership. So what is the question? India Africa digital partnership is achieving mutual respect, co-development, and long-term institutional partnership. Elucidate, elaborate. You have to answer in 150 words, and the total marks is 10 marks. So, in previous year, we have got questions from India, Africa. Since it is a new development, we can expect a question appear from India woman relationship, that is a comprehensive economic partnership agreement. So, before proceeding into the detailing of the article, I would again say that these articles, if for your understanding, for your clarity, enhancing the clarity, we have provided certain parameters. Try to understand those parameters. It will help you to read these articles as well as to make your to frame your answer in the mains examinations. So what are the first parameters? That is the context you have to know. That is what, why it is in the news, what is happening. Then you have to understand, second, in this article you will understand that is women's strategic locations. Already it has been mentioned, that is strategic location advantage, this one. Gateway, not just a market. Three, that is the significance of the India woman comprehensive economic partnership agreement, sector wise benefits. Fourth, that is streamlining procedures in place, which is happening right now, cutting red tape. Fifth, that is the challenges in realizing the full potential. What are the major challenges that we'll also see, navigate that, and we'll see certain way forward to overcome those challenges, and we'll end this article with a short conclusion. So hope you have understood what we are from this article, what we are trying to comprehend today. So these articles already has been written in a very lucid language. You will be able to easy to understand. Still, we have provided certain highlighted portions. It will help you to cut short the articles and understand the main core areas. Therefore, let's see the what is the context. What context it is the article is talking about, that is India Women Comprehensive Economic Partnership Agreement SEPA came into force on 1st of June 2026, and it is marking a significant milestone in one of the oldest world's oldest bilateral trade relationship with commercial and maritime links stretching back thousands of years. So between India and women, the relationship already existed, and it is world's oldest, one of the world's oldest you can consider as the in bilateral trade relationship. Bilateral trade between the India and women has already grown from $8.94 billion in fiscal year 2023-24 to $11.8 billion in financial year 2025-26, therefore reflecting deepening economic commentaries even before the SEPA came into effect. So hope you have understood. This is the over here already is highlighted the context, that is it is again talking about India women sharing one of the world's oldest trading relationship with commercial and maritime links dating back thousands of years. From the movement of spices, what used to happen earlier, movement of spices, textile, French license to enduring people to people ties, trade has long been a cornerstone of this partnership. Therefore, India women recently now there is a comprehensive development. We can see that it took place on 1st of June 2026. So you have understood the context. Now let's see why women strategic locations, how it is benefiting India. So let's see at the strategic location, what it is highlighting. Women is strategically located at the intersection of Gulf, Indian Ocean and East Africa. Therefore, it is making a critical trade logistic, critically for trade, logistic, and connectivity hub. Second, what it is saying, that is major ports. What are the major ports? Ports of Sadar, ports of Sahar, ports of Dakam, and ports of Salala are emerging as world-class logistics and industrial centers that is connecting Asia, Asia, Gulf, and the Africa, East Africa. For India, how it is benefiting? Women serve as the gateway to the wider Gulf Cooperation Council (GCC) region and East African markets, enhancing the strategic significance of the SEPA beyond bilateral trade. Now, the fourth point, that is again how women's location is again also supporting. It is supporting for India's energy security, maritime connectivity, and broader geopolitical interest in the Indian Ocean region (IOR). So, and the last, that is the agreement also complementing India's Act West policy and align with the connectivity initiatives such as India Middle East Europe Economic Corridor, that is IMEC. Now, come to the next one, that is we have to understand what are the significance of the Indian Oman Comprehensive Economic Partnership Agreement, that is sector-wise benefits. If we see before the SEPA, only 15.33% of India's export entered women at zero duty under the most favored nation regime. Under this agreement, women has granted under the agreement SEPA, women has granted duty-free access on 98.08% of tariff lines covering 99.38% of India's exports by value. Now, what are these areas? That is, we have highlighted the textile. There are areas called chemicals. There are areas called pharmaceuticals. There are areas access to meat, egg, honey, butter, everyday vegetables, or the requirements. You can say everyday requirements. So, if we see textiles and the apparel, first is that India already enjoys a dominant position in women's apparel market. Elimination of this 5% tariff strengthens India's competitiveness against the China and therefore boosting textile exports. Second, if we see for the chemical, India is supplying nearly 39% of women's inorganic chemical imports. Tariff-free access will help Indian manufacturers further expand their market pressure. And third, that is the engineering goods. With respect to engineering goods, if we see women importing around over $3.7 billion worth of machinery and $3.3 billion worth of automobiles annually. Preferential market access creates significant opportunities for Indian engineering exports also. Fourth, let's see what are the fourth point, that is with respect to that is the pharmaceutical. What it is, faster approval of international certified medicines will reduce compliance cost and accelerate the market entry for the industries, engineering, healthcare, educations, accounting, and consulting. And the fifth one, that is food and agriculture. What it is talking about, the food and agriculture duty-free access for meat, eggs, honey, butter, and processed foods will strengthen India's potential export potential, and the sensitive sectors such as dairy, cereals, and edible oils remain protected. However, these portions are remain protected. And the sixth, that is the service and the professional mobility. Here it is talking about greater opportunities for Indian professionals in information technology industry. Now we have understood the significance, that is the sector-wise benefits what India is getting from the woman. If they have having this SEPA, India Women SEPA. Now we have to see what is the streamlined procedures in place. First, that is women will recognize certificates issued by India's Export Inspection Council, and that will in a way reduce the duplicating testing and inspection requirements. Second, if we see recognition of this India's national program of organic production, that is NPOP, and halal certification system, is it will simplify the compliance for food and the organic product exporters. Third, that is the dedicated provisions will be there on the sanitary and the phytosanitary measures and technical barriers to the trade, that is TBT, will improve regulatory transparency and corporations. And the fifth, that is first track clearance for perishable goods will lower this, therefore it will lower the cost and improve export efficiency. So these measures will help address non-tariff barriers, particularly in the sections with respect to food, pharmaceutical, and organic product sectors. Hope you have understood up to this. Now let's see the challenges what we are facing conclude this, I mean India SEPA, Oman SEPA. So, what are the challenges? First one is that is low utilization of trade agreements. Here it is will get limited awareness among the small and medium enterprises, may restrict utilization of SEPA benefits. First one. Second, that is the complex rules of origin. Compliance requirements can increase documentation costs, especially for the smaller exporters. Third, that is competition in the engineering goods. For example, if you see Indian palm still face strong competition from the established European, Chinese, and Japanese suppliers, those who are strong in those sectors. Fourth, that is the services trade barriers, that is visa restrictions, licensing norms, and recognition of the qualification may still continue to constrain professional mobility. And the fifth one, that is the risk of trade deflections, which means third country goods may misuse the preferential tariff routes, and this will in a way undermine the agreement's objective. Therefore, we need to overcome these challenges through a way forward, comprehensive way forward. So let's see the comprehensive way forward. That is awareness outreach. What it is talking about? That is conduct targeted campaigns to improve SEPA utilization among the small and small scale exporters as well as the SMEs. Second, that is export facilitation infrastructure. What it is saying, developing digital platforms for rules of origin certifications and EIC related process. Third, that is effective institutional mechanisms required. For that, we need to activate joint committees to monitor this implementation and resolve the dispute. The fourth, that is a joint industrial zones. Promote Indian investments in women's special economic zones, particularly the Dukam port. Third, fifth, that is a mutual recognition agreements, facilitation required recognition of the professional qualifications in key sectors like food, pharmaceuticals, chemicals, and the value chain integrations. What it is highlighting, strengthening it requires that cooperation needs to be strengthened in the chemicals, pharmaceuticals, and food processing to build deeper industrial partnerships. So hope you have understood today's articles. Therefore, we are ending this article with a short conclusion. Let's see the conclusion that already provided in the article itself. Here it is highlighting the real test will now lie in implementation and utilization. Therefore, for India, the agreement opens not only for the women's market, but also a broader gateway to the Gulf and beyond the Gulf. So, today's article will conclude like this. The Indian Women Comprehensive Economic Partnership Agreement has the potential to strengthen India's trade diversification, connectivity, ambitions, and economic integrations with the Gulf region, not only with the Gulf region, but beyond the Gulf region, that is the Indian Ocean region, IOR, and the East African also, provided its opportunities are effectively utilized and properly implemented also. So we are concluding today's article over here, and we have also provided one probable mains question in this article. Please attempt that question. Let's see the question. The trade agreements are increasingly becoming instruments of strategic and economic diplomacy. In this context, analyze how the Indian woman SEPA can contribute to India's trade diversification, connectivity, ambitions, export-led growth strategy. You have to answer within 250 words in, and the total marks is 15 marks. So here you will start with the introductions. You will highlight the in the body, you will highlight the significance, you will highlight the what are the strategic locations, advantage of also of the women strategic locations, as well as provide the challenges, and to overcome that you highlight the way forward also. Since it is analyze how the Indian women SEPA can contribute to India's trade diversification, the analysis aspect has been provided, therefore you have to provide the both the sides. So इसके बाद अब लोग को मेंस डीप एनालिसिस का वीडियो, जहाँ पे मेंस के आर्टिकल आज द हिंदू न्यूज़पेपर से इलेबोरेटली डिस्कस किया जाएगा विथ प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चंस, एज वेल एज एक मॉडल क्वेश्चन भी रहेगा मेंस की तरफ से जो आप लोग को प्रैक्टिस के लिए दिया जाएगा। एंड उसके बाद वीडियो आएगा प्रीलिम्स वाइज, जहाँ पे प्रीलिम्स सेक्शंस के जो टॉपिक्स है टुडेज द हिंदू न्यूज़पेपर से इलेबोरेटली डिस्कस किया जाएगा। उसके साथ आप लोग को मॉडल एमसीक्यू प्लस प्रीवियस ईयर पीवाईक्यूज भी रहेगा, जहाँ पे आप लोग को कैसे समझाएगा कि कैसे इस क्वेश्चन का आंसर भी किया जा सकता है। So please visit our ISIS websites and download these articles, detailed explanations from our respective sections, that is editorial explain section, dips analysis, and prelims bite sections, and also visit our ISIS YouTube channel for these videos. Thank you. All the best.